Last but absolutely and surely not least, our last team, all the way from Brazil. Tackling the global grand challenge of health, the team from Braincare consists of a professional guitarist and someone who actually celebrated his birthday here at Singularity. Can you do me a favor? Plinio, can you come here? Come here. Come here. So it's a little belated. This is not today, just to be clear, but can we sing happy birthday for him? Oh. Okay, I'll start. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Plinio. Happy birthday to you. But now we want to hear what they're actually doing. With that being said, Braincare, your stage.
Wow. Now it's easy, huh? Thank you very much. This is the most amazing experience I have. Braincare is a Brazilian company, as you already know, and our English is a little bit broken, but our business is really great. And to avoid that the video editor has to include some English subtitles, we will start with a volunteer because we are doing a live demo. You, yeah. So I need a volunteer. Who would buy? Okay, Molly, come on. A pretty girl, please. Thank you for joining us. And to be clear that the message will be concise and we will do interpretation. And sometimes we don't have too much time. Sometimes we don't have too much time to take some tough decisions. And now we need to have a very, very fast decision. We need to monitor the intracranial brain pressure of the Molly. And we have only two methods today. We have the traditional one, and we have the new one, the method that was developed by Braincare. That's totally non-invasive. And Molly, you need to choose fast. The traditional one or the new one? Are you sure? Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, we don't have time enough. Thank you very much. We have no time enough to make it now, but our booth is there, and we'll be glad to monitor your intracranial brain pressure. We are just here because 10 years ago, a famous Brazilian scientist, a physicist, start to shake his hand, lose his mind, and they said he was suffering from Parkinson. As a brilliant scientist, he didn't accept, and he decided to investigate. And a few years later, he discovered that he was suffering from hydrocephalus that you can cure. And during this process of cure, he realized that to make it happen, to monitor his intracranial pressure, it was necessary to drill a hole. And he's a brilliant guy, scientist. He spent some time and said, wow, it looks like you are not in the 21st century. It looks like some medieval process. And since then, as you can see, it looks busy. We have spent 10 years really, really busy making it happen. And it is a pleasure for us for us today be here to share with you what we have accomplished.
Braincare developed a sensor that can monitor the pressure inside our brains in a totally non-invasive way. Our sensor is simple to use, as you can see, reliable, cost-effective, and affordable to everyone, everywhere. The pressure inside our brains is really important because it's totally related with our central nervous system that controls all our body. Then it's really important to understand what happened. And nowadays, doing these invasive procedures is really hard to obtain. Due to that, the invasive methods are just used in critical situations. And it means a lot of people around the world does not have access. With our methodology, we can allow people to have this information and to prevent illness, to reduce risks, to reduce costs, reduce suffering, and save lives. This is totally aligned with the US health market drivers: inclusion, prevention, and cost reduction. The numbers are really impressive. We have a lot of problems with some usual problems related with the intracranial pressure. But more than that, as we have seen, today we go to the doctor, to go to the hospital, and they take your blood pressure, they take your temperature, but nobody takes your brain pressure. Nobody knows what happened inside your brain. And this information can anticipate treatment, and at the end of the day can save lives. This slide shows a real case. The green wave shows the information got from an invasive procedure, and the red one shows the wave got from our method. No brainer. No brainer. It's easy to see that is the same information. Then this allows us to use this information to a lot of other pathologies and see patterns and help to save people's lives.
Yes, good. And our challenge now is going deeper with the value proposition. Who will be getting value from this offering? And discussing with a lot of people from here, our advisors, experts, university, we make two main segments. We define two main segments. The reactive one, when you already have a problem. I have a stroke, I have a concussion, I have a TBI, or these things. And there is another one that we still don't know that you have a problem, or maybe in the future we will find patterns that will correlate previously the intracranial pressure with some future disease. So it's not easy to make both happen. As Lisa mentioned, sometimes our dream is on the proactive one, but we shared a lot of people here, and we had an opportunity to talk with Peter Diamandis, and he made a statement that's easier to sell, is easier selling aspirins than selling vitamins. And it's really, we spend a lot of time thinking of that. It's easy to build a business here, but it's not so easy to build a business there. And we start to share and to discuss, and we found that is an opportunity because we can deliver both with the same solution. So affordability is part of our strategy. And of course, we have a clear business plan to put in place. We define some segments. And in the beginning, we were focusing on the intensive care units and concussion here in the US. Until now, we don't have contacts with sports. We are looking for contacts with sports. Medicine is related to sports. Please, if someone can help us, we are waiting for these connections. And how are we planning to do that? As we told you, our technology will be really, I will not spend too much time here, but basically, it's wireless and cloud. And affordability will make it happen. As Arnaldo told you before, there is no reason why in the future you don't make so easy to monitor the intracranial pressure as you monitor the temperature or the blood pressure. This is our challenge, and this is our impact that we think we can impact 1 billion people in the future. Okay? And we have a plan to do that happen. And our plan is basically we have an operations in Brazil, and we had a great news to celebrate today. The first time public. This week, we just got the Brazilian FDA approval. So we are ready to go to the market. Yeah! Amazing. Here's the proof. It's important. I didn't translate because it's not allowed. But we have a track here too. There are a lot of people here from Singularity has helped us to make it heal. We are working on that. We have a lot of things. I'm not spending too much time here. And we got a lot of information. And the most important piece that I think we are bringing with us is not only the contributions we have on making our business better or feasible or this kind of things, but things that we will leave our brain behind to speak with our heart. And what was most impressive for me was all of you made us feel that you care. And this is a feeling that we'll never forget. So thank you very much for Singularity University and all the community. Woo!